Small firefights over disputed territory along the Soviet-Chinese border have been ongoing all year. Tensions have finally reached a breaking point, and 1 week ago, the Soviet Union launched a massive invasion of Manchuria, aiming to replicate its 1945 operation against the Empire of Japan. This time, the things are different, and the Chinese forces are holding on against the onslaught. However, both sides have resorted to the use of tactical nuclear weapons, and some areas of Manchuria resemble an irradiated moonscape. While the United States has officially remained neutral and has been openly sending military and humanitarian aid to China, mainly through the port of Shanghai, President Nixon denounced the Soviet invasion and has quietly authorized the sharing of some military intelligence with China. The United States Navy has passed on limited information regarding a Soviet task force en route to the East China Sea. This force of 4 ships is projected to pass between Okinawa and the Yaeyama Islands sometime tonight, attempting to use the cover of darkness and civilian merchant shipping to hide its maneuvers. These Soviet warships plan to strike Chinese vessels near Shanghai and likely even enter the port itself in an attempt to close it to maritime traffic. The People's Liberation Army Air Force is stretched incredibly thin, with almost all of its assets fighting in the north against the Soviet invasion. All that can be spared are 2 groups of J-5s, license-built MiG-17s, and 1 group of J-7s, copies of the MiG-21. A pair of H-6 bombers have also been scrambled to attempt to find the Soviet vessels. US Navy warships are shadowing the Soviet fleet. There's also plenty of merchant shipping in these waters. Hitting any of these vessels could cause the US to cut off aid in response. Although inexperienced, the J-7 and J-5 pilots are eager to strike a crippling blow to the Soviet Navy. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to Sea Power, Naval Combat in the Missile Age. In today's video, we are playing through a scenario that was created by my buddy Friessner. It takes place during a hypothetical Sino-Soviet war. We are playing as the People's Liberation Army Air Force, and we are tasked with finding and sinking some Soviet ships that are heading into the East China Sea later tonight. We have 2 H-6 bombers at our disposal, which will hopefully be able to pick up the incoming fleet. We have lots of J-5s and J-7s to help press home the attack once the enemy has been detected. Now, the H-6 is a license-built Tu-16. We are currently using our surface search radar. We have one down here, and then another one way up to the northeast. That's picking up a whole bunch of contacts near these islands here, near Okinawa, actually, excuse me. We are going to turn over towards Okinawa and also climb up to 37,000 feet. Now, apparently, the Soviet task force should be passing in between the islands, so probably not directly in the middle, but somewhere in here. We are going to investigate this radar contact first. I have a J-7 squadron that I've ordered up to 37,000 feet. I want them to just loiter so we can extend our fuel. Do not want to burn up all of our fuel right off the bat. The pilots of these aircraft are well trained and very valuable. I've been informed that I should not throw away their lives too easily. However, the pilots of these J-5s, that being said, the pilots of these J-5s are a little less valuable, and they will press home the attack against the Soviet fleet. I want to maintain an altitude of around 10,000 feet. If we manage to spot the ship and ID it, that would be ideal. I have a feeling this is not a hostile, though. It's just a single ship. I expect the Soviets to be operating in a group. Our H-6 bomber has made visual contact. It is indeed a neutral merchant ship, American vessel out here. Okay, got it. Keep on cruising this way. We'll fly over the islands. I don't know exactly where the Soviets are going to pass through. It could be any of these gaps here. I'm going to order my J-5s in order to conserve fuel. Climb up to 37,000 feet, please. 37,000. These J-7s way up here. They have a good amount of fuel. Again, my primary concern at this point is expending too much fuel. I have all these radar contacts over here. Semi-large. That is peculiar. It's possible this could be, I mean, it's coming from Okinawa. These could be American vessels. Most likely are American vessels. I would not be surprised. This large radar contact, it's moving at 7 knots, and we have another large radar contact here moving at 11. Okay, 11 knots. It's heading west. It's not trying to break through, although that could be zigzagging. We will continue to track this. I'm going to order my Tu-16. Yeah, this course is fine for the time being, actually. Let's continue doing this. We have a new radar contact, and I think this might be them. Large radar contact, moving 27 knots. That seems like something that's trying to break through. Okay. 27 knots. I want this Tu-16 to move and investigate. J5s. What's your altitude? Okay, go back down to 27 or 20,000 feet. Max speed. Go track them down. We are picking up a whole bunch of contacts still out of Okinawa. Another contact moving here to the south. J5s are starting to converge on this ship's position. Just a single vessel, though. I'm gonna order... We have another contact here, moving 7 knots. Could be a freighter. Let's adjust our course slightly and head over this way. I believe this H6 is actually the one detecting this contact. Info, merchant ship, probably. Again, this is a U.S. operating area, so it's very possible that this contact is just an American vessel. I would not be surprised. My J5s are still just going to cruise. I do not want them to waste too much fuel. J7s looking good at this point. Just cruising. They have a good amount of fuel. They should be able to strike. I'm going to vector them towards this contact.
New radar contact. Designate track 7021.
We've picked up a second vessel here, so this is a formation of ships. Another radar contact way out here, only moving 11 knots. It would be interesting to wait for these ships to reach this point here, and we can pop out around the island and engage. The island would cover us. I don't know if we have fuel to really wait around, though. Well, we will come around this way. J5s come over here. We will attack from the starboard side of this task force. We have another radar contact here, moving 26 knots, 11 knots. Okay, Tu-16's moving in. Yeah, we're starting to pick them up. J7s start converging on this. Gosh, look at that. Very cool. We're going to continue to cruise. We know where they are. We found them. That was the hard part, I think. This may get my H6 bomber blown out of the sky, but I want to make sure this is hostile. We have lots of radar contacts now. Some ships moving 27 knots. Others only moving... Oh, this one's only moving at 11. It's really interesting here. Okay, drop down so you can actually see something. Drop down to 20,000 feet, please. We have more radar contacts way up here. Okay, dropping down. Moment of truth. They definitely know we're here. They're not utilizing their radar yet, which is kind of surprising. Okay, let's shut our radar off. Shut it off. Fly down, see if we can spot them without just blasting our radar. If anything, I may want to try to spot this rear contact. That's way, way back there. J7s are still working their way over. They have a good amount of fuel left. MiG-17s have a good amount of fuel left as well. Oh my gosh, look at the cockpit. You can actually see little lights and stuff in there. That's awesome. What an crazy attention to detail. Okay, anyway. Let's focus on the H6 doing its thing. At 20,000 feet, drop down to 10,000. This is really risky. We lose a bomber, we lose a bomber. I'd really prefer not to, but we know where they are at the very least. Oh, yep. Get out of here. Start dropping chaff. Start climbing, 43,000. Get out of here. Drop more chaff and flares. You have been fired upon. Any more? 11 seconds. Okay, good to know. We got him. You better really start booking it. Really start booking it. Chaff and flare. Oh my gosh, that missile missed. You saw that smoke trail right underneath the bomber? Good stuff. All right, run away. It ran out of juice right as it came in, I think, as well. Passed right underneath the bomber. This bomber crew's very lucky to be alive. We are still being painted, though. Not good at all. Keep running. No longer being painted. Turn away. Jeez, this thing's going like straight up, too. Okay, 20,000 feet. That's good. Level out, level out, level out. Okay, we know what to strike. I like the idea of my J5s coming in low from around these islands and hitting these Soviet vessels. My J7s need to get in a little quicker. I'm going to order them to increase their speed. Watch that range circle just shrink. We're going to attack from 3 different directions here. That's the plan. These J5s are going to attack from their starboard. This J5 squadron will attack head on. And then my Tu-16s have some jamming equipment. I am going to use that. Again, not picking up any radar emissions. I want this Tu-16 offensive ECM. Start jamming that general area. Same with you. Start jamming them. Okay, J5s. Continue to close in. It's time to drop down to the deck, 200 feet. All of you. This group of J5s, you are going to do the same thing, down to 200 feet. We'll increase speed once we get a little bit closer. MiG-17s are going to maintain their current altitude. They are now moving 692 knots. Still have good range. All right, Max. Start booking it. Top speed. And let's continue to jam those 2 vessels here. We know these are hostile. I can assume this one is also hostile in the formation. It is moving at the same speed, almost the same speed. It's actually only going 26 knots. We were shot at by this track. Oh, it is possible these are hostile. These are radar. Because these are moving 27 knots as well. We'll find out. These 2 are the targets, though, because they shot at me. Loiter. Don't get too close to them. Learned that mistake. Yeah, just hang out right here. They should orbit and continue to jam those ships. I want one jammer to really target the second ship in the line. This one's going after the first. Good. J5s, what's your altitude? Okay, dropping down. Look at that. Too cool. Too cool. J7s almost in the area. Okay, we have 2 Fab 250 bombs. We could, of course, strafe if needed. I don't know how close we're going to be able to get, though. So, I may split the squadron up, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, let's bring up the formation editor. So, that's only 3 fighters. I may have 1 of these J5s go after a different target. We'll split up if needed. H6s are orbiting. I'm going to just quickly identify this one as hostile and this one as hostile. They're close enough together, I'm going with hostile. One's large and one's semi-large. Interesting. Them tracks are fading. Still got so much radar clutter just from stuff out of Okinawa. J7s, what's your speed? When will you be here? Losing radar contact. Because my H6s only have radar that's facing forward, so they're both looping around. Come, turn back around. They're just doing lazy orbits. That's fine, we've lost contact. I'm not concerned about it. These J5s will be here at 10:58. These guys will be here at 10:57. Okay, if anything, I want the MiGs to show up, the MiG-17s to show up later. But this is pretty well timed. Alright. 10:54. Do I hold back? 10:58. Increase speed afterburner. Use your fuel, let's go get them. Okay, let's issue orders. I want this MiG. Fab 250s, engage that one. You, engage the lead one. You, engage the lead one. With your bombs, please. There we go. Afterburner, please. Yep. This makes 17 just hauling ass. He's ready. He is ready. Okay, you engage this one. Engage the second one in the line, and then flight lead, you go for the lead target. They should automatically kick their afterburners in. Hopefully. Afterburner. Go as quickly as you can. All of you, make sure you are moving. Tu-16's nice and close, continuing to jam. Radars are off. Here we go. Okay, MiGs, go in the burner for a little bit. Get here a little faster, please. Hopefully this jamming's doing wonders. We can hope. Okay. Okay, go back down to max speed. Come down here. Yep, come down. Max speed. Drop down to the deck. Don't have visual contact yet. Still don't know. Oh. Okay, no, I saw the afterburner glow out there and I thought, you... Afterburner, buddy. Come on. Now's not the time to be a coward, comrade. Get in there. Okay, we can only go down to 200 feet. I wish we could just really fly even lower. Getting ready to engage and drop bombs on these targets. We are moving 579 knots. We have not been shot at yet. No visual contact. They are 4 nautical miles out, 3 nautical miles out. No visual yet. There we go. Maybe. 2 nautical miles. Visual, large, got him. It's so dark out, they can barely even see him. There it is. Bomb him. Bombed away, got him by surprise. They're firing, got him. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. 2 more closing in for the second target. Bombs away. Got him directly at midships. That's what I'm talking about. A Kreshta and a Kashin both hit. The jamming is really dooming them. Okay, boys, get out of there. Good work. Good work. Okay, come on, run out of here. Get out of here. Okay, a Kashin is destroyed. Okay, these J5s, come down here. Investigate this southern target. They didn't see what hit them. The Tu-16 jamming them did pretty darn well. Move in, VID that target. One cash-in destroyed, one crushed and destroyed. We did unexpectedly well, honestly. Oh boy. I'm not sure if Finish, the mission creator, intended me to use the offensive ECM. I'll hold off on using it against this strike. It is powerful though, apparently. Blows in on these guys. We're incredibly lucky. What a catastrophic blow to the Soviets here. Okay, move in, identify this target. VID it. Get ready to strafe the hell out of it.
On station.
Tu-16 still searching. Good. We have these other contacts way over here. Now the problem is we have no more bombs.
048.
This J5 squadron, head over, investigate these others. Turn down, loiter, drop down to 200 feet. These MiGs are going to go and look at these two other contacts. J5s are closing in, 1 nautical mile out. Come on. Visual semi-large. What are you? Okay. Hey! American warship. Adams class. Hello.
Neutral warship.
I think we actually did lose a J5. No. He's still way back here. Okay. I want these guys. Afterburner. Go VID them. J7, swing around. I want to VID this next formation. Check them out. The burning Soviet ships over there. Oh, yep, they're being fired at. They're being fired at. Okay. Bomb them. Hostile. Come on. Afterburner. J5s, your bait. Go get in there. Strafe them. J7s are going through a hail of flak here. There we go. Bombing mission inbound. J5s are going to try to distract as well. Come on, J7s, you can get in there. Big salvos of anti-aircraft fire. Oh, shoot. Okay, we lost one. Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Turn around. J5s, it's up to you. You got to strafe them, take out some of those guns before the MiG-21s can go in. We've lost another one. Get out of here. Afterburner. J5's already destroyed. Okay. Can you strafe them? Get out of here. Okay, we're leaving. Well, the highly experienced, irreplaceable pilots. Can we get that 37 millimeter on that target? Another cache in here. Coming around. Hopefully we'll come in for that strafing run. Sea-Wiz is inbound. There we go. 37 millimeter cannon. 23 millimeter. Let them have it too. Okay, we've been hit there. But you know, we sent a couple of, oh my gosh, we lit them on fire. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, it's time to head home. It's time to head home. Good job, boys. You know, we lost a couple of MiG-21s, unfortunately, but we destroyed 2 Soviet planes. All right, another MiG splashed. All right, it's time to head back to China. Overall, that was a pretty hefty blow to the Soviets, that's for sure. 2 ships taken care of, both going down to the bottom. And a rather serious fire has broken out. It looks like, I mean, a 37 millimeter cannon may have went right into a missile tube and caused some problems there. And that's what that looks like. Well, it's unfortunate. I did lose 2 MiG-21 pilots who were pretty experienced, but I don't know. 2 big Soviet warships and down to the bottom. I'll take it. Well folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.